Welcome to the BookTube. You must have heard about the power of silence. What words can't do, silence does. The best man is defeated by silence. But the more powerful it sounds, the more difficult it is to do. Often we consider being quiet and calm to be the same, but these two are different. To be calm means to be calm with your tongue, with your mind in every way. To be calm with your tongue and to feel this calmness, most of us yearn for it. So today, to solve this problem, we have brought a book that will not only tell you about the power of silence, but will also explain how to practice it. Today we are going to talk about The Power of Silence, which has been written by Nicholas Dorr and Cardinal Robert Sarah. So let's start the video and talk in detail about the different aspects of silence. In today's time, when technology has taken over our lives, material is having such a powerful effect on us, and the modern world is creating so much noise that it is much more difficult and necessary to tune into our own thoughts and be more present in the world around us. When thinking gets to be overwhelming, materialism tends to take the silence. It's about ignoring our non-stop thinking and calming the mind with deep listening so that we can develop peace, healing and freedom in our noisy and stressful daily life. In a world that is growing, fast and stressful, most people are looking for the benefits and strength of silence. Peaceful pauses can connect us all day, calm our mind and connect us with ourselves. Experts believe that we should make silence an important part of our life. Then even for that, we should remember our loved ones for a while, wake up before sunrise, or replace the noisy time of the day with a peaceful and calm break. So what does it mean to be calm? Being quiet and being calm are two different things. To be quiet means to keep your mouth shut, to not listen to your voice. But to be calm means to enter a spiritual space. When you are calm, a safe shelter opens up inside you, and your mind becomes calm. It also gets free from the endless loop of thinking. Silence is the vehicle that takes us to the innermost center of our existence, which is actually the place of all authentic practice. I have heard people say that I don't like to talk much, I like to be calm, because it is in my nature. Yes, being quiet and enjoying your time alone can be in people's nature. But everyone likes to enjoy the peaceful weather and the silence of nature. In this busy world, everyone needs to enjoy their time alone. But you must be thinking, what is the real meaning of silence? Does silence indicate only alone time, or the fun of weather or nature? Silence is like saying a lot of things without any sound or noise. Most of the time, being quiet is a signal that a person is constantly thinking. He is in a deep thought. Silence can be a signal that a person is in the world of his thoughts and thinking. It is also said that sometimes silence can be the most powerful sneeze. Sometimes people go through confusion whether they should say this or not, and while going through this confusion they go into silent mode. Sometimes people listen to you but do not say anything. In this case you can consider them a good listener. But the reality is the opposite, because in reality they are physically with you but mentally they are lost in their thoughts. That is why it is important for us to understand the real signal of silence. Because silence can sometimes be a signal of someone's fear, stress, and sadness. To understand the signal of silence, we should be very attentive. A person can be quiet when he is afraid. Some people go into silent mode because they are afraid to speak. Some people stay quiet because they are insecure. They lack self-confidence or self-esteem. Some people go into silent mode because the other person turns that conversation aside. That is, they are only interested in talking. The other person is not interested in listening at all. While some people like to stay quiet because they are emotional. They feel that if they say something that they should not have said, they will regret it later. So that is why they like to stay quiet. Some people stay quiet because they are sad or upset, because of some reasons or statements or because of a heard conversation. Some people stay quiet because they find a particular situation or conversation boring. That is why you will see many people coughing, because coughing can be the biggest signal that that person is bored. That is why he is quiet. Some people stay quiet because they are introverts, shy, and they don't like to be in the limelight. And some people stay quiet because they are moody and they have given up and they don't care about anything. Silence is a very powerful tool that can make a person realize his mistake. Silence can harm people more than words. That is why we should never discourage the importance and signal of silence or ignore it. And at the same time, we should understand people's silence. Let's move ahead and talk about the spirit silence. When I was a kid, my grandfather used to sit in complete silence for an hour. Even when the rest of the family used to wake up and do all the work in the morning, he used to stay still and quiet. You must have seen this too. During that time, nothing could distract him. He called it Moon Vrat, which is a ritual of meditative silence. He believed that every day for a decided period, speaking and meditating gives inner peace and makes a person a better listener. The ritual of silence is not unique to any religion or culture. Christians, Jews, and Muslims have all agreed to the practice of silence. When you are forced to stay quiet, you will have to find other ways to have a conversation. You will have to keep your message very simple, because it forces you to disorganize your mindset. We can channelize our energy. It gives us clarity that we need to face the challenges and uncertainties calmly. You should practice silence every morning, because this is the time to gather our thoughts, to train our mind, and to decide how to start our day. Spare of silence is divided into 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and 10 minutes. If you are just starting, you can cut time from each segment and try a small version. But for maximum benefit, you should practice for 60 minutes. Your aim should be to complete a spare of 21 days without any break. When you start, you will feel that it is easy, but then your initial inspiration will be weak and reality will come in front of you. Work on this phase and stick to the routine. It takes time to get used to it, but in the end it will become another nature. The ground rule of spare-off silence is to keep complete silence. You should practice for 60 minutes without getting distracted from the outside world. So turn off all your devices and find a quiet place away from others. Keep a journal and pen ready. Pick up a book which you want to read for some time and keep it with you. It is not necessary to practice spare of silence in the morning, but to boost productivity and to be calm and to fight the stress of the day, practice in the morning is best. The first segment of this practice is about deciding the goal. The process is the most important for the practice of this first segment. So divide it into 3 sets of 10 minutes. Pick up your copy and spend the first 10 minutes in writing your short-term, mid-term, and long-term goal. Then dedicate the next 10 minutes to assessing your progress on the goals you set the previous day. When you write your goals, you should be clear about what you want to achieve. When you do it every morning, you are awake for those goals. You are asking questions about your progress, and if necessary, you are preparing your plans again. This will motivate you to focus on moving forward and to achieve the success that you see. Any incomplete goals, especially short-term or daily goals, use the last 10 minutes and analyze the reasons why you didn't achieve them. What you do today develops the events of tomorrow. So understanding your past is a way to shape your future. Then, spend the next 20 minutes to learn and move forward. This happens when you pick up the book you bought a few days ago, but never picked up to read. For this segment, you have to choose a book that will teach you new things and make your mind prosperous. When you make reading a part of your morning routine, your mind stays calm and fresh and ready to absorb new thoughts. So you start your day full of motivation. So spend the first 10 minutes to read a chapter of your book and use the remaining 10 minutes to summarize what you have read. By the time you finish the book, you will be in an extra layer of processing, which will lead to intensive retention and analysis, and your short-term memory will become stronger. This last segment is an important grounding process, like relaxing after a workout. Use these last 10 minutes for self-reflection, and if you believe in the supreme power, then use it to communicate with your spirituality or whatever you prefer. This approach depends on you, but the objective of this segment is to be present and focus on your feelings. The biggest benefit of silence is that it works as a natural filter for your thoughts. It gives you time to think what you are feeling and what those feelings mean to you. This part of the practice is also a powerful way to use your peace and mind to start something making you feel better. And in releasing negativity, it will help you better identify and forget why. When you practice spare and silence for 21 days, then you will see sudden changes in the world around you. Whatever you do, you will start getting deep insight, and you will understand the balance. Many of us forget to be quiet or are afraid of being quiet. We live in a noisy world where our daily routine is full of distractions and responsibilities. This practice is an investment because it is a way to control the remaining 23 hours of your day. Before the day starts, projecting in your mind, taking decisions and seeing them manifest is a much bigger objective than just controlling or. When you have a vision, it gives you self-confidence and a deep understanding of who you are. You learn to trust yourself. You are capable of trusting your decisions, and you feel safer in the midst of the noise and uncertainties around you. In today's competitive life, we often forget our inner voice. We have forgotten to trust ourselves. The link is also given in the description. Now, let's talk about how to practice intentional silence, because practicing silence is not easy in the first time. So, whenever you are alone, establish a daily practice of intentional silence for 5 to 10 minutes. Keep your devices switched off, be it your smartphone, computer, tablet, or any other gadget. You can set your alarm 10 minutes in the morning, and before leaving the bed, you can take a commitment to stay quiet. To keep it easy in the beginning, it can help you to create a sacred area, like a room, a corner, or an outdoor space which you consider as your silent place. Once you get settled in that routine, then try other ways. Here and there, a few minutes of reflection or mindfulness can be beneficial. Look around you, like the sky changes as soon as the stormy clouds come, being a dog that takes his dog or an old man who helps his wife while getting out of the car. Make more personal time, like pay attention to the lines of your hands, feel the air passing by your cheeks, pay attention to the sound of your breath, and then reflect internally on how you are feeling and take your focus to a deeper level. It is not necessary to sit for silence practice. One of the misconceptions is that we have to stop all activities. When you are doing all kinds of activities, then also you can practice silence. When you are with others, whether you are working on a project or meeting your husband or wife after a long time, before answering that person, taking a simple pause is a way to practice silence. A small moment can bring a big change in the ways of continuing the conversation. You can practice silence even when you are around other people, even if you are not engaging with them. Practicing silence starts with the intention of staying silent. Now we will talk about those 10 reasons because of which peaceful people are successful. The first reason is adequate planner. Peaceful people often need more time to process information in their mind. This is the reason they don't talk much. The ability to think about things makes them a great planner. They don't see any point in talking to people until it is necessary because they can use that time to think and process things. The next reason is a good listener. A person does not become successful immediately. He needs a lot of advice to achieve a goal. It is not true that those who talk a lot are not good listeners. It is just that quiet people often let others talk first, which makes them more efficient in listening. The third reason is creative. Peaceful people like alone time because it helps them think and do more analysis, which ultimately makes them creative. They often join those theories because of which creative work happens. Creativity is often very important in business. Peaceful people use their creativity to increase their business and always surprise their colleagues with unconventional and new thoughts. The fourth reason is to choose your words carefully. A good communicator is not exclusive to those who like to talk. Peaceful people talk less compared to others, but after doing this once, it is believed that they have chosen their words carefully because they can decide what to say and what not to say. The fifth reason is a great observer. Peaceful people are successful because they are according to their environment. They can see a pattern and use it for their next step. If you work in an area where a lot of strategies are needed, then being an observer can help you a lot. The next reason is to keep good people around you. An introvert businessman or businesswoman knows who to connect with. This helps in building a beneficial and meaningful relationship. The next reason is to know your priorities. Peaceful people may not be the most fun in parties, but they know their priorities. With a consistent effort and right priorities, there is a high possibility of success. The next reason is trustworthy. Peaceful people know that it is better to keep some things unsaid, especially if it is related to confidential information. People choose bankers and secret agents because they do not want to spread secrets everywhere, which is mandatory in some fields. The ninth reason is self-awareness. Why are these people successful? Because they are aware of their capabilities and shortcomings. Do not confuse self-awareness with self-consciousness. Self-awareness means that they know that they have some shortcomings, and instead of crying about it, they try to improve themselves. The last reason is good self-control. Silent people do not put themselves in those things that will not benefit them. These people know what they should and should not do. Now, after discussing these reasons, let's talk about the benefits of silence. The first benefit is that it helps us to live consciously. According to psychologists and philosophers, silence can wake us up and can give meaningful answers in our life. Silence tells us what we do not like about our body and emotions. Silence may make us uncomfortable, but psychological benefits mean purposeful living. Silence can increase self-awareness and self-compassion and can improve the ability to make decisions with better mental clarity. The next benefit is that with the help of silence, we can become more mindful and compassionate. Mindfulness is the first step of emotional healing. It is capable of turning towards our difficult thoughts and feelings and accepting them, such as openness and curiosity, along with a feeling of ineducation, sadness, anger or confusion. Self-compassion means responding to these difficult thoughts and feelings with kindness, sympathy and understanding, so that when we are in pain, we can calm down and relax. Research shows that self-compassion increases emotional wellness. It increases happiness, reduces stress and depression, and helps in maintaining healthy lifestyle habits such as diet and exercise. With mindfulness and compassion, our daily life becomes easier and more comfortable. The third benefit is that it enhances our conversation. By choosing silence, you will naturally listen more and share more with others, which will enhance your relationship. The fourth benefit is that it improves your practice. If silence is something that you may never get, or you are even a little scared of it, then lean towards those activities that help you practice. Try taking yoga classes, listen to nature's radio, turn off the radio and drive, sit on your deck or porch in the morning, and be calm and peaceful. When you go to bed, listen to the rain outside to calm down. Silence helps you get lost in good memories and helps you get lost in who you are grateful for in your life. Buy some noise-cancelling headphones or ask your family to support you for 15 minutes of silence. So friends, in this video, you saw how silence is the most powerful tool that can bring the best changes in a person. It can be difficult to stay silent, but once the people who stay silent know their worth, then the world will change with them. We just have to know these qualities and use them. If you are an introvert, then you can understand these important aspects of silence and boost your self-confidence. This is not a one-day or two-day practice, but it is for a lifetime. And once you practice it, then the 360-degree change in your personality will come automatically. This book will tell you how to do this 60-minute practice for 21 days every day and see the big changes in your life. If you are committed to starting it from tomorrow, then do tell us in the comments. If you have already practiced silence practice or vipassana meditation, then do share your experience with us. Thank you friends, I hope you like this video. See you soon with a new video. Thank you so much.